What up, mathletes? Whoop, whoop. All right, let's do this. Today's learning target is I will add and subtract polynomials. I will add and subtract polynomials by combining like terms. By combining like terms. Okay, let's get rid of this down here. So first things first, here's your warm-up. See if you can simplify these as much as possible. Ready, set, go. All right, I'm assuming you paused it, at least if you're gunning. And let's do this. What can I mix together? Let's see, I got 4a plus 9a is 13a. And negative 8 plus 3 is negative 5. 13a minus 5. Boom. Let's try it right here. I've got 7d and plus 3d, so that's 10d. And then I've got what? 5c minus, let's see, that's a 1c, so 4c plus 4c. Let's just put it there, but plus 4c. And then the last thing is a minus 1. 10d plus 4c minus 1. All right, I've got a 5b squared on 3 plus 3b squared, so that's going to be 8b squared. And then I've got plus a b. Any other b's? Nope. So just plus b. And then a minus 4 minus 2 is going to be minus 6. Last but not least, just distribute this negative 1 through. I get negative 6x squared minus 3x plus 8. Sweet. Let's go ahead. Again, pause this if you need to, but let's bust on over to the vocab. Okay, I've got it on screen. Take a moment, pause this, write it down. Go. And we're back. So, let's just go ahead and get right into this. If I scroll on down, I want to talk about a monomial. That's the only one we really didn't define up above. And a monomial is a number, variable, or product of the two. So 3 could be a monomial, x could be a monomial, or 3x could be a monomial, right? It's just a single term. Okay, how about here? A binomial. We just have that definition, which is the sum of two monomials. So in this case, x squared minus 3x. And then last, a trinomial is the sum of three monomials. So we're just going to have x squared plus 6x plus 9. That's just an example of one. There's an infinite amount of them. Okay? So let's practice. Now we're going to talk about the concept of, is it a polynomial? If so, what kind of a polynomial and what degree is it? The degree is just the leading power. Okay? Or the highest power. Highest powered variable. So in this case, let's look at it. It's 2a. Is this a polynomial? Yes. What's the degree? Well, the highest powered variable is an a to the 1, so it's 1. So first degree. And the classification, this is a monomial, because it's just one term. Let's try this one. Is this a polynomial? Yes. Degree, well, what's the highest power? It's x to the second, so 2. It's a second degree polynomial. And then last but not least, it has 1, 2, 3 terms, so it is a trinomial. Go ahead and pause this, see if you can get the last two. Ready, set, go. Okay, let's look at it. 2 terms. So first of all, yes, this is a polynomial. Secondly, it is a, let's see, the highest powered term is a 2, so it's a second degree polynomial, right? And then what is it? It's a binomial. This last one's kind of a trick question. No, it's not a polynomial. Because m to the negative 2 is 1 over m squared. And to be a polynomial, you cannot have a variable in the denominator. So this is just cross out the rest. They don't apply. Okay. Excuse me. Rewrite the following polynomial in standard form. To put something in standard form, we're going to put it in standard form. Just means descending powers. So we find the highest power, which 11x minus 2x to the fifth plus 3x to the third minus 9 is the negative 2x to the fifth. So this would equal negative 2x to the fifth power. That's gone. The next one is plus 3x cubed. And then that's a positive 11x, so plus 11x. And a minus 9. And that is standard form. Now let's talk about the concept of adding polynomials. We're going to add these first vertically, which means I put them on top of each other. So 3x squared plus 9x plus 27. And when you're doing this, line them up. So you want to put, we're going to add to that. What are we adding to that? 2x squared plus 4x minus 12. We just add straight down. So 3x squared plus 2x squared is 5x squared. 9 plus 4, plus 13x. Now this is 17 or 27 plus negative 12, which is just 27 minus 12, or positive 15. Excuse me. So when we add them together, we get 5x squared plus 13x plus 15. Now let's do it horizontally. If I were doing it horizontally, I'd just pair them up. So I'm going to have 3x squared plus 2x squared, and then plus 9x plus 4x, and last plus 27 minus 12. And what do those make? 5x squared, 13x plus 13x, and then last plus 15. There we go. Boom. All right, let's take a look on back. All right, now it's your turn to practice this. Let's find the sum and go ahead and put your answer in standard form. So take a minute. You can use whatever method you want. Pause this when you get a chance. Ready, set, go. Okay, so you can add this vertically or horizontally, however you want to go about this. I'm going to go ahead and just do this vertically. I'm going to write down c squared right here. And let's see, what do we have? Negative 22. It's going to go under here, right? It goes with there. And negative 3c. Boom. And I'm going to add straight down. What does that give me? 2c squared. We're adding this, right? Plus c squared. That's a 1c squared is 3c squared. And negative 12 minus 22 is going to be negative 34. And then 22c minus 3c is going to be a positive 19c. And now let's put this in order. So this should be 3c squared minus, or excuse me, plus 19c minus 34. Boom. There we go. Awesome. And then let's try this next one. Again, another way that I do it a lot of times, you'll see me do it a lot, is it's kind of like my horizontal hybrid method. I'm going to do like, all right, what goes with 9y? Are there any y's? Yeah, look at that. There's a negative 4y. What's 9y minus 4y? That's 5y. And then I've got minus 2x, right? And what goes with a minus 2x? Nothing over there, so it's just minus 2x. Then I've got a positive 2x squared and a positive 4x squared. And what's 2x squared plus 4x squared is plus 6x squared. And then last I have negative 13 and 28, positive 28. And what's 28 minus 13? Well, that's 15, plus 15. Now, let's go ahead and put it in order. I'm going to do the 6x squared first, 6x squared, that's gone. I'll go with minus 2x next, and then we'll get into the y's because they come after x, so plus 5y. and plus 15. That's actually how I work it out most of the time. So you have lots of methods to choose from, but we're really focusing on the vertical or the horizontal method, which is, this is closest to the horizontal method. Okay, last thing we need to talk about today is subtracting polynomials. So when you subtract, you're essentially going to distribute the negative and then add straight down. So if I were to subtract this, right, what am I going to do? I'm going to have 11x minus 13 minus 7x cubed. I'm not using my space very well, but that's okay. I'll get over it. Minus 8x squared. Okay. And then let's order this underneath it. So I'm going to have subtract. So I'm going to distribute this as I go. Subtract a positive 20 is going to be minus 20. I'll put it right here. So I've got that. I'm going to have, I don't know why I went this direction, but might as well go back to forward. Minus a positive 8x squared would be minus 8x squared. So I'll put that underneath here. And then minus 2x, a positive 2x would be minus 2x right here. And now we're going to add straight down. And I'm going to get what? 11x minus 2x is 9x. Negative 13 minus 20 is negative 33. Minus 7x cubed. And then minus 16x squared. And then I didn't give you tons of room, so I'm just going to put it down here. Let's put it in order. The biggest leading exponent we have is negative 7x cubed. So I'm going to have negative 7x cubed. It's gone. And then minus 16x squared, minus 16x squared. And then, let's see, plus 9x, and last, minus 33. We've got them all. And that is your final answer in standard form. Let's do this last one right here. Horizontally, I would go, all right, 11x minus 2x, right? I'm going to match this over here. And then I'm going to have negative 13. And it's going to be minus positive 20, which is just minus 20. And then I'm going to have negative 7x cubed. And there's nothing to match that with, so those are gone. And then I'll have negative 8x squared minus positive 8x squared, or just minus 8x squared. Now we can combine them. 11x minus 2x is 9x, minus 33, minus 7x cubed, and minus 16x squared, which we know we put in order to be negative 7x cubed, minus 16x squared, plus 9x, minus 33. Boom, boom. Okay. So two different ways to do the same thing. All right. Let's go ahead and take a chance, work on these four. Ready, set, pause me, and go. Awesome. So I'm going to just show you the finished versions of these. What should you have got? Well, when I subtract all that, right, I'm just going to end up with 10p squared minus 7p minus 8. On B, should be 2t squared minus 14t minus 4. And C is q squared plus 8q minus 5. And last is D, negative x squared minus 6x plus 8. Awesome. With that said, go forth, get the homework done, and peace out.